Hello, everybody. My name is Griffin, talking to you guys from Rishi Outpost, and today I'll be giving you my general thoughts on the new game Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. This video will contain major spoilers for Jedi Fallen Order, so if you haven't finished the game and don't want it to be spoiled, click away and return here once you finish the game for yourself. First of all, I'm not a very big gamer. I do play a lot of Star Wars games, but outside of that, I really don't play very much. My partner in crime, Casey, might make a video talking about the gameplay in more detail as he has a much better understanding and appreciation for it than I do. Seeing as I'm generally pretty bad at video games, I decided to play Fallen Order on story mode difficulty. So while you guys were all struggling through fighting bosses, I was breezing through the combat and being brought to tears by my inability to use zip lines, run on walls, solve basic puzzles, or do basically anything else besides fighting enemies. Overall, I thought the graphics were decent, the score was excellent, and the gameplay and cutscenes were blended pretty well. I thought the gameplay was pretty fun, although I did get frustrated and bored at points while I was wandering through the temples. While they did a great job of making a variety of enemies for you to fight, I wish there would have been a wider variety of objectives to complete, as much of the time it was just exploring temples. I really did enjoy getting to see these really cool places, but it did get kind of repetitive after a while. The action in this game was really cool. The wide variety of enemies and the details they put into combat makes each fight really stand out. Even though I'm pretty bad at video games, I was able to learn some cool moves and have a great time killing different enemies in different ways. A small nitpick I had for the enemy variety, however, was you had to kill so many animals. It's not that I necessarily felt uncomfortable killing animals in a video game, it just doesn't seem very Jedi-like to stand and fight lots of creatures to the death when you easily could have just run away from them or incapacitated them. The characters in this game are pretty cool, though I wouldn't say any of them emerged from this game as being ones I really loved, like Shriv did in the Battlefront 2 campaign. They all have pretty standard roles, though they are all executed well. Cal Kestis is your basic protagonist who goes on the hero's journey. BD-1 is your basic cute droid sidekick who's always there to help out the hero. Suri Jenda is the former Jedi mentor figure who gives guidance and wisdom to Cal. Grease Dritus is the entertaining rogue who flies Cal everywhere he needs to go. Marin is probably the character who interested me the most, as she was a former Night Sister who joins the crew on their adventure late in the game. Overall, there wasn't a lot that really surprised me that happened with the characters in this game, and there wasn't too much with them that I was super invested in, except for when you play as Cal during Order 66. I thought that the interactions between Cal and his master, Jaro Tapal, were intense and ultimately heartbreaking. I do wish we had gotten more smaller missions at the beginning of the game in order to get to know the crew a little bit more, so that I was more invested in their relationships later in the game. The story of this game was pretty decent. I think the concept of a Jedi on the run searching through temple after temple looking for a holocron to get it before the Empire does was really cool. I think it dragged a little bit too long, however. I probably could have gone through one less temple. The culminating fight with the second sister was thrilling, and seeing Darth Vader show up was even more thrilling. I thought Cal destroying the holocron at the end was a good way to balance the demands of the story while maintaining continuity in the lore. That being said, the story of a Jedi surviving Order 66 and being on the run from the Empire isn't exactly new, although it is still a good story. I like how they left the door open for a sequel but didn't leave the story open-ended in a way like The Force Unleashed 2 did, where we needed a sequel that we would never actually get. The game added some pretty cool things to the lore of the Star Wars universe. We get to see more ancient temples, the state of Dathomir after the Clone Wars, the headquarters of the Inquisitors, known as Fortress Inquisitorius on the moon of Nur, as well as seeing Cal Kestis, another surviving Jedi from Order 66. I thought the lore additions this game brought in were very cool, though there is nothing galaxy-shattering that you absolutely have to know about. Overall, I really enjoyed playing through Jedi Fallen Order. That being said, I don't really feel like it's a masterpiece or that it's even one of the best Star Wars games I've ever played. I actually enjoy the Force Unleashed games more than I like this one, though I personally really love those games, so that's not meant as a knock against Fallen Order. I just feel like the story wasn't particularly original or surprising to me. As a longtime Star Wars fan, I've seen a lot of stories focus on Jedi who survived Order 66, and while it's a formula that has produced several great stories, this game doesn't really deviate from the mold, and it was very predictable for me. That being said, the story is still good, the characters are still compelling, and the gameplay is still a lot of fun. The way I see it, Jedi Fallen Order is a good game, and in a time where we haven't gotten a single-player Star Wars game since 2010, A good game is exactly what we needed right now. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. Be sure to leave your thoughts on this video and or the game Jedi Fallen Order in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Star Wars videos. Until next time, thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you, always.
Do we take prisoners?
I don't.